Just to check outside, then back to the tent, then we pick a new map. Only one item now. I hope I can level up today, goddammit. Absolutely not. Can I move troops before I rest? I should move troops before I rest if there is a possibility. Then when they're out of action, I come back and rest. That way I can play twice. You need to think about a crusade too now. Fuck it. Yeah, we can move troops. What are these? Mounted scouts. Ah, the ones I ordered. Hell Knights. 12,000 to buy Hell Knights. I can also pay them in this, but I don't know what's this for. For new units, probably. We're gonna spend money on Crusade. It's all about Crusade. Holy shit, now it's 9,000. What the fuck? Why? Oh, there is no space. Where do I reach Heart of the Mystery? Now I can rest. And then I can play again. You can also build, like in Kingmaker. Really? For fucking real.
Head on!
The very first one. Use a kitsune to cook.
The only thing you Hell Knights are good for is killing their own. How many Hell Knights die in peacetime at the hands of their officers?
Peacetime? What's that?
Kosowski, I'm from Serbia.
I lead. You follow.
Really, Kosowski? I fucking hate it. I wanna switch my team a bit. I don't like this. Don't know if I should have gone with these idiot scouts instead of a foot soldiers, or I sacrifice foot soldiers. I don't know. The Underground Hideout. So we can fight once. Let's see with what. Wolves. Cultist fighters. Ooh, you can charge far. Hell Knights are mounted. Good job. Baltis protected their caravan of valuable supplies to the dead, but the Crusaders prevailed, since the demon worshippers plundered the treasures from nearby Sarkorian ruins. Fine S points. And that's it. We can't move. Demon armies. We're getting close to Dresden. How do I get here? No, but... Let's see what's this. I hope I equip my cleric with spells. I really hope so. We're good to go.
You require my counsel? Wise.
Not a big map.
Onwards!
Page from a notebook. Cyrillic, the aged kobold, doesn't reach for his weapon. He speaks smoothly without the usual kobold hissing. He points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick roasting over fire. Dinner will be ready soon. What are you cooking? A hare? Or maybe it's a tiger, depends on your point of view. Who are you? Traveler and Apprentice, the Crusade can be your friend too. You're tolerant toward kobolds. Are you sure you're a kobold? Tolerant. So you saw through my disguise. Force of a kobold, trust me, you're not the first to be shocked after hearing me speak in real life. I'm not going to rob you or kill you. Was it you who left me the note? And what do you want from me? He would like to provide support from time to time. And how exactly can you help me? With advice? If your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you find useful someday. One more thing I have to offer is this hair after it's cooked. I do know so much about demons. What's the catch? My motives are something I would rather not reveal. A friend of the crusade. Choose to trust me or you can leave. Desolation TV, thanks for the sub. Yeah, time flies. Time flies. Tell me about it. When I was sorting out my videos for my YouTube channel, that was like 3-4 months ago. When I started sorting them out. Those older videos that I got from 2017. It's like I played those games yesterday. But nearly 5 years passed since then. Will you accept the claw of friendship from a stranger? Or is your distrust stronger than your need for help? We would appreciate any help. We have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Drop by my camp every now and then so we can have a word. I'll be able to give you some useful tips. Pulling out a small knife, the traveler carefully cuts out 2 strips of meat from the roasted hare. He throws one into his stutty maw, while graciously offering the other to you. Strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world won't mask everything in illusion. Harmless looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads, and your enemies, sometimes your enemies can look like your friends. Have you ever been in a situation like this? First you think a person is your friend and ally, but then the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they're actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor? Are you talking about someone specific? Your question reeks of paranoia. I'm not talking about someone specific. Those who have lost their way must be saved. We need to help them return to the path of righteousness. Every traitor must be executed. There's no other way. try to find out what would force the traitor to reveal the truth about their real masters, then do whatever that is. I will torture the traitor for days and make them beg for mercy. There are no spies among the Crusaders. We will go to the path of righteousness, because it's right of the righteous. You'll get it when it hits PlayStation 5. You need to play in your bed. Can you play with mouse and keyboard from your bed on PlayStation 5? I'm not familiar with it. If it's with a gamepad, I wish you luck if it's with a gamepad. Path of the Righteousness. Did some cleric tell you that? Have you ever seen even one of those who return to the path of righteousness? Stop listening to others, use your head. We're not talking about children here. The decision to collaborate with demons is a little different from yanking on the family's cat's tail. To make such a decision, a person would have to be a truly vile scumbag. Just where do you people get this beautiful naivety from? If you catch a traitor, grab them and shake them till they spill everything they know. Some need to be tortured, others will crack if you threaten their family or bribe them with promises of mercy and gold. Wring the traitor dry like a rag mop. Think about war, not about ethics. At least that's what smart people write in books. You got really worked up there. You say that like you're an expert on kobolds. I'm not convinced. Was I trying to convince you? I'm just stating my opinion. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back far more frequently. The rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden. Filled. Jesus Christ, man. Don't make me. Just stop it. One last chance. Kingmaker was fine on PlayStation 4. He deserves to be played in real time. Where was I? The rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Descarids from Baphomites, and vice versa. Descarids steal from Baphomet's minions. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another one lies by the entrance to the citadel. Could be, could be. Where did you learn that? The world is an ocean of chatter. And I'm quite a skilled fisherman. That's a valuable information. Hope that when the time comes for you to make real decisions instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster. It was by just one bad choice. Can you even imagine? I don't like telling the story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Tell me. I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of Night Rabbi. Caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course we had plenty of slaves. The Night Rabbi was a model of kobold success. It was a tight-knit, greedy and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once, long ago, a leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity. Since then, every new old watcher had to agree to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Urmak, came to power. She was a principled and proud elder who didn't want to bend the knee to help. She refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors at the devil's instigation. Epidemics broke out. Then our slaves rebelled. It sounds like fucking Corona in our time, eh? They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chasing us down through caves and mine shafts, level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around was darkness, and lurking in that darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. I think this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop here. I'd like to know more about you. What's so special about me? I never accomplished any feats on the battlefield. Don't know any special crafts. And I don't even belong to an exotic species. I don't have the slightest idea what you find so interesting about me. What do you do? A traveling bard. I already foresee your next question. How does a bard, who also happens to be a kobold, manage to earn a living? All the civilized races of Avistan know that when you encounter a kobold, the best course of action is to smash its skull, trample it with a horse, then burn the remains just in case. Well, the prejudice that and civilized people have regarding my kind is quite understandable. Our infamy as robbers and murderers is more than deserved. So, just imagine the spectacle in any tavern when articulate kobold in decent clothes shows up, offering to share a story or two for a few coins and a mug of ale. I assure you, no matter how big of a deal you are, if we drop by any tavern in Underground, all eyes will be on me. I'm an exotic oddity. Why you decided to come here to the World Wound? I don't like it when the residents of the lower planes get involved in the lives of mortals. I firmly believe that we don't need any advisors to help us handle our own affairs. And we need overlords even less. You're different from other kobolds. Now he starts speaking like a real kobold. My life has given me many opportunities to communicate with beings from other races, so I found a common language with them. No more questions. Questions about demons. What is the demon's main weakness? It's the fact that they're hostages to their own nature, and by their nature, demons are just a bunch of mad apes. A grotesque parody of ordinary chaos. You don't need to make a bunch of apes angry, you just give one of them a banana and arm the other one with a stick. They'll kill each other without your direct intervention. How do you know so much about demons? Get some experience with them, don't want to go into details. You know anything about wounds inflicted by demons that first appear, then disappear, and later reappear? I never heard anything like you're describing, but new sorts of nasty stuff appear in the World Wound every day. Have you heard about my unusual powers? heard you're either extremely lucky or quite the opposite. You survived a massacre in Kenabres just to spearhead a new suicide mission. On the other hand, you survived then, and most likely you will survive now. Good luck in this noble endeavor. I got suspicions about you. What is it that gets you worried? Your words are full of mysterious omissions. I'm a cobbled of many secrets and contradictions. Keep my mouth shut and the rest of the world at arm's length. I have to go. Funny conversation, this one. 70 seconds load time for Pillars 2. Jesus Christ.
Can't hide from me.
One of Dimension Door. Mess Dimension Door. That's gonna come in handy. I expected a fight, a dungeon, something like that, and we got conversation with a kobold. Man. Where we gonna go now? How do I get to the Underground Hideout? Anyway, let's go up. There's a Heaven's Edge, Diran. I don't have Diran in my party. Fuck. Let's go down to the Underground Hideout. Then I'll collect Diran and we're gonna go. There's a demon army here. 2000 XP. The enemy fort blocks the way. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Let me grab Diran. This is after the conversation with Kobold. We go for Diran instead of a cleric. We do his quest. I hope they won't get tired by then. And I really wanted to play with cleric a bit. Man, the fucking level goes slow. Straight to Heaven's Edge. The Slaughterhouse. House of Horrors. This should be fun. The fuck? There won't be any fighting here. What on earth?
My not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is. The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul. You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
That's the Inquisitor. Did you find anything interesting? Nothing. Just took a note of a few things. He never speaks of the Reverend Nestrin, the priest of Yomedea, who was his guardian and tutor. Yet he just mentioned Nestrin in his speech, whatever that might mean. Šta je bilo? A? Stiglo? My dinner is ready. We continue when I eat. It's gonna be fast. 5-10 minutes or so. And I need to take a break after Fucking hell, I've been playing for 7 hours without a break. Be right back. Very, very fast. Just to eat. I can't believe I've been playing 7 hours without a break. Thanks. A good one, yeah. I met my wife 6 years ago. She didn't know how to fry an egg. Now, She knows how to cook at least 200 different meals. I'm dead serious. She's trained well. He never speaks of Nestrin. Told me that he tried to find out if anything odd happened to Diran over the last 10 years. Some of the servants complained about strange occurrences in the house, like objects moving by themselves, candles going out. Could be imagination. Practically the whole Mendev knows the story about the 3 drunk wizards and their teleportation race across the roofs of Kenabres after a party at the Count's house. Teleportation race on the rooftops. It was a matter of abduction, however. A gang of bandits kidnapped the Count hoping for a ransom. The only reward they got was death. Afterward, the Count told everyone that he hired the bandits himself as a joker, and he told us the story. Nobody ever wanted to delve deep into that case. Their heads were cut off. You mean the bandits who attacked Diran? That's why severed heads in my fucking inventory. My companion's been finding severed heads among their belongings recently. Strangely, things like this weren't a problem before Diran joined the party. What the flying fuck? I asked like 50, 60 hours ago what are the freaking severed heads in my inventory. Oh shit. That's an alarming coincidence. Now we have another reason to conduct an investigation. It is crucial to find out what exactly happened at that tragic feast. What we need to do? I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is distract the master of the house. Right now, he's playing host in the very place I'd like to start with. So how do I distract him? Find a way. Or perhaps someone can help us. So that's why severed heads in the inventory. And I got 4 severed heads now. You have no idea how this terrifying remains ended up among your belongings. It was Diran's quest. Oh shit.
Move out.
The world burns. A jug of wine, if used creatively, may distract the Count for a while. Decorative plants in miserable state. Move the count. Social. Social wants to paint.
I lead.
In the middle of the crusade, you wanna paint. Regil is here. This estate could be remade into a formidable defensive outpost. Should be expropriated for the sake of the war effort and the owners compensated after victory is secured. Knowledge world. Success. Occasional traces of older masonry and foundations. Looks like this building was reconstructed several times.
Onwards!
Diran, Noble, Slan, Scylla, Camellia. I adore this estate. So much beauty, so many quiet nooks. How you do when you're chaotic evil, you bitch? No, you did not get better weapons on higher difficulty. Enemies just ramp up, you don't get anything better out of it. The door is sealed, looks like it hasn't been opened in a very long time. Counter on Deus Servant. Pig on the table. The door is sealed. Is there a stairs up too? 3 elemental essences. Nenia. Ember. I don't like it in here. This part is stupid. She usually likes everything there is, but she doesn't like this. Ecological premise for mortals' attraction to sites of mass murder of gluttony. Which article for my encyclopedia should I focus now?
Head on!
What happened here? The door is sealed, looks like it hasn't been opened in a very long time. Crooked bow, spiral shell.
I lead. You follow.
Perception check failed. 30 DC. We need that perception check. We need that fucking perception check. I don't know why he rolls that little. That fight wasn't that hard. The other one with Jesslyn was hard. Perception check failed.
Pay attention.
It's a perception check. Draven's hat. His hat grants the wearer hat of a powerful wizard with the word Draven embroidered on it. It looks old and worn off, you can still feel the immense power that it radiates. Strangely enough, you're pretty sure you haven't seen the owner of this hat, neither alive nor dead. I can only imagine what kind of convoluted scheme such a wizard could be working on. The hat grants the wearer +2 profane bonus to intelligence score. Whenever they cast a slow or haste spell, it is quickened. As though using a quicken spell. Additionally, once per day, this hat can make any spell quickened. This hat can only be worn by non-good. Casting a quicken spell is a swift action from another action, even casting another spell in the same round as you can cast a quicken spell. A spell whose casting time is more than 1 round or 1 full round action cannot be quickened. Mirror image wand. Personal though. Voljiv has mirror image, Ninio has Ember, can use mirror image. African Diamond. Echolocation. Blind sight, 40 feet. You can see through walls, in other words. That's a blind sight. Shield. Cold Iron, Masterwork Orc, Double X. Man, the hat is nice. Only by non-good.
Over there!
Over where?
Pay attention!
Okay. So far, both checks succeeded. Counterfeit Dark Sunhammer Jewelry. Clear purpose. Cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. Plus the bonus to concentration checks. Good for a cleric. Blink. Glitter dust. Blink. Physical attacks against you. Have 50% miss chance. And blind 5 feet doesn't help opponents. Since you're a Teral and not merely invisible. Crazy good this thing. Scroll on glitter dust and dispel magic. And Legend of the Pathfinder. 1000 revolutions. Plus. Countess Elena Navia Dara Arandea with her infant son Diran. There's a hidden cache inside the wall. You can see a keyhole among the decoration.
Head on! All this waiting bores me.
Call upon you to save the count in Canabras. In Market Square.
I lead,
That was in Market
you
Square.
follow. Onwards!
Voljev is looking what to steal from the house. Somehow like a party broil brat. Scylla just want to drink. Courtesan. Diran. Always consider myself an aesthete, not a hero. When doom days come, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. I'll be damned if I know how I ended up in the 5th Crusade. How did I become the companion of a hero chosen by Yomedea? It was our destiny to end up together. Perhaps this is your chance to finally do something worthwhile. Sometimes the most casual accuracy dictate our fate's course. Perhaps this is your chance to finally do something worthwhile. What do you want me to do then? Dance a waltz on Dresden's ramparts with a charming courtesan. Sounds worthwhile to me. Spill wine on their unsealed. I didn't mean it. Tell me more about Heaven's Edge. It was once a truly beautiful sight, with its lush gardens and placid ponds. The house itself is not that large, however. This land was part of the border region even before the world wound, so my ancestors took that into account when laying the foundations. The larger the mansion, the harder it is to defend. A lot of different things. Nishtik. A lot of different things. No, it's not a solo run. We're just without companions now. Activate the fire suppression system to distract the count. I'll gladly give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see here. I don't have much time, so my servants only managed to clean up this yard. The great hall and a couple of rooms. Nothing interesting about them except perhaps the magical firefighting system powered by water elementals. I'm not sure it's still functional though. Water elementals. So why did you really decide to throw a party at the scene of such a tragedy? What's this ghoulish farce all about? It's like I had been lying under the sun in a spectacular meadow in full bloom, and then you barge in to pour a bucket of ice cold water all over me. Is this how you treat people who invite you to their celebrations? No, you don't have to answer. I could come up with a polite excuse, but I'd rather match your courteous manners and put it bluntly. I do not wish to continue this conversation. Thank you for ruining my mood. I shall retire to my chambers for a time. Return to Yotter to continue the investigation. Where are all the others now? Now they're all inside. This revelry isn't a rest, it's a decadence. Yeah. Everyone is freaking crazy and weirdo from companions. Absolutely everyone. And look at this one, he wants to steal a portrait of Diran's mom. She was an Asivar too. Some people get a celestial bloodline, tons of money and a title, while others get horns and a slap in the face. Yeah, true. True. Some were born in money. And some are just doomed.
Move out.
Man, what if I go to Diran first instead of that Inquisitor? I wonder. There's no suit that won't suit me, although it's fixed. It needs to happen like it needs to happen. I worry way too much. Let's trigger it. I want the remain without Dylan, whatever.
Head on!
Yotter! Get ready to watch and listen closely. I will unravel the past of this place and try to show you whatever I find. Oh, we're gonna see what happened. Ah, my back. The hum of voices, laughter, and music fills your mind. Then the visions come, fragmented and hazy at first. They eventually coalesce to reveal a single face. It's a woman of stunning, heavenly beauty. Her delicate features instantly tell you who she is. The family resemblance to Diran is obvious. Dear guests, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes all of you today. Hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me. Because on this day, my only precious, sometimes arrogant but utterly beloved child was born. Nestrin. A child is usually a reflection of their parents and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guests and the man of the hour as well? A new face appears. It is a handsome old man with a strong, dignified posture and a voice that emanates power. Can we have just one day without your sermons? It's my birthday after all. 10 years ago, the young Diran had an utterly angelic appearance. His stable manners and expression lacked the dignity of a true angel, however. I'm sure the revered Nestrin only wanted to hug you and offer you his best wishes on your birthday. What's the noise? The shrill laughter rings in your ears. Reverberates in the base of your skull in the vision. A little Lito appears before the guests. The shit. It's like a succubus on steroids. And gives them an exaggerated scornful bow. The sorceress of evil has come to your celebration, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I already done everything I wanted to. Hey, you, the Derek cleric. Look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want. They're not gonna help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves, and when I return, the grave realization will have already sunk its teeth into your throats. Oh, how I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. Demon finishes her speech with an air kiss to Diran, making him freezing hotter, and disappears. The first appearance of a disease and the Lilith, one of the many sisters of the cursed Minyago. It's a sister of Minyago. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of events. Who were the people in the vision? Countess Silena Arandea, Terran's mother. One of the most beautiful women in the history of Mendel. She was an Asimar, just like her son. The old man is the esteemed cleric Nestrin, Archon's guardian and tutor. Well known for his unflattering faith and iron will. I was only passing acquaintance with him, so I can't tell you anything more than that. Didn't recognize the others. Diran told me that the first victims of disease were his second cousin and the cousin's wife, hailing from the eastern border. Surely the cleric would have done something. Can't say for certain. There was nothing he could have done. Magical disease is already difficult enough to cure. And this plague struck very fast indeed. We must find out what happened next. What now? It says aftershocks of a very strong outburst of emotions memory somewhere in the West Wing. Something must have happened in one of the rooms, so please check if anyone is there and distract them if need be. Lure Diran out of the room. Holy shit again.
I lead, you follow.
Do I use sense vitals? No. No. Not yet, to be more precise. Not yet. What is this room? A random room. Told my sirs to make some rooms ready. This is one of the rooms they chose. I'm absolutely confident you won't be able to persuade Camellia to dance with you. I'm absolutely confident you won't be able to persuade Scylla to dance with you. I'm absolutely confident you won't be able to persuade Social to draw a portrait of you. A nude portrait, there is. I want you to make a list of all the guests and ask them about their opinion of the crusade. This task is vitally important for the success of our mission. I think you should return to your guests now. It is unseemly for the host to leave unattended for too long. We do something stupid. I want you to make a list of all the guests. No, I'm absolutely confident I won't be able to persuade Social to draw a portrait of you. A nude portrait, that is. That sounds like a fine idea. Our cleric will surely turn down a direct request. But if I tell him that we can sell the portrait at a charity auction, what a fucking evil this thing is. For all ray spells. It's very hard to hit with ray spells. Extremely hard. I don't know what level you're trying to do it, but it's fucking hard. If I tell him we can sell the portrait at charity auction, why have I never before thought of selling my nude portraits at a charity auction? It will cause a huge scandal. It will also be good for cause. This will give those god botherers something to complain about. You've given me a brilliant idea. Prepare yourself, this vision might be rather difficult to watch. Young Diran stands motionless by the countess' bed. His face is pale with fear, for good reason. His mother's heavenly beauty is gone. Her smile, once beaming with vitality and happiness, looks more like a grimace of a corpse. Only her golden hair still glows, a sad reminder of the healthy young woman she was just a few hours ago. Don't come any closer. The Reverend Nestrin has sealed the gates. He says that he won't let anyone leave the estate. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. They knew that we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat Baron and his family tried to escape, but three-armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. We need help. Kenabres is full of clerics, wizards, and demons. Knows who else that might know how to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey Reverend Nestrin. We're the lords of Mendel and we must protect our people. If the plague reaches Kenabres, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about any innocents. You're ill, you're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Kenabres. They won't listen to me. But you're the lady of the estate. Believe. Don't lose hope, you can still. Convulsion overtakes the countess' body. Nobody went to Kenabres in search for help because the Reverend Nestrin didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock at the estate. Was there really no other choice? They could have sent paladins, assuming that the Knight of the God was immune to the disease. Perhaps Nestrin thought he might need them to maintain order, or maybe he understood that the demons would not allow anyone to live anyway. Or maybe the plague was so strong that it could mow down even the most righteous warriors. We'll never know. I've never been in the Reverend Nestrin position, but I know the price of difficult decisions. You have no right to judge. We must continue investigation, and next I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. This is where we found the remains of Nestrin and the demons. I assume he killed them in confrontation. We must make sure of that. Help me clear the area so I can study it. Then it's a bug. Then it's a bug for sure.
Onwards!
So still refused to sketch me in the nude for Sherry. The faces he made while I was playing the idea to him were well worth it. How about you, Diran? Are you having any fun? I think it's time for a drinking contest. I think it's time for a drinking contest. Who's my competition? Reggio. No, I can't provide an 8-paragraph handwritten rationale explaining why ordering me to with such debauchery is outside your purview, Commander. Sila. Now you're gonna pray to Yomede for an alcohol resistance aura. Alcohol resistance aura. She used Leon himself. She lost. Yeah, he's out. Lilith again. There's Diran. Paladin's a cleric. She wanted Diran. The blade of the inheritor touching only over my dead body. Disease is already circulating in his blood. Soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him, and I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean and sweet. Something is wrong. My spells are not working as expected. Basically, some supernatural explosion here 10 years ago. Blending everything together. I will try again to read it. Could it be dangerous? Cannot say. Unlikely. Past is the past. No one can travel through time except for some uniquely powerful entities like Eons, or perhaps an eldest of the First World. Yotter begins to shake. You feel something enormous and chilling silently infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being becomes almost palpable. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric, stop him right now. I don't want to see what happens when Dylan is speaking with someone. Secret, keep the secret, otherwise death, death, death. Gruesome images whirl through your mind, filling it with pain and fear. Help exchange secret death. The thing you're about to let loose is even worse than these demons. Demon saints, I'm so fed up with all of you. Burn. Shit. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Do you understand now what happened 10 years ago? Yes and no. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad. A deadly threat looms over them. 10 years ago, the young count found himself cornered in every sense of the word. He allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. All experience as Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It killed instantly 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric and a host of other mortals. This entity is still here. I don't know what exactly this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The other is not inside the Count's body. He's not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no signs of possession. It's looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world. And it can instantly step through to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Are you alright? Does Diran know anything about all this? Of course he does. Help in exchange for a secret debt. That to those who know the truth. He wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Diran deny that he remembers anything about the conclusion of the events at Heaven's Edge. What might the other want? He came to the world 10 years ago, he's still here. All this time he's been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. The Count can get close to practically every influential figure in Mendel, but the other refuses to act, or its interests lie in some other sphere. Did the other kill everyone then? The disease was not to blame. Not everyone, just Nestrin paladins and demons. Could the other be the reason why my companions kept finding severed heads among their belongings back in Kenabres? Very likely. People tend to lose their heads when they get too close to Count Arandea anyway. I do apologize, that was inappropriate. Perhaps your gruesome findings are the heads of some cultists who tried to kidnap the Count during the Kenabres slaughter. Or perhaps they provoked the other in some other way. You have to do something. Let's make a crucial decision despite the dearth of information. First and foremost, I must apologize to you. Second, I must ask you to keep this secret. What are you so sorry for? For dragging you into this mess. The other entity of immense power stated very clearly will kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows that the Count is actually its living gateway. I suppose this secret is currently known to 3 people on Golarion. You, me, and Count Diran. And that means... why should I keep it a secret? As soon as the Count finds out, we know his secret, the other will understand it as well. We don't know what it is and what exactly is the scope of his powers. We do know that we will dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. Decision. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Nerosian Skito in a freaking September. Where were we? Instead, I will immediately go to Nerosian and sift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out what exactly we're dealing with and how it can possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries in other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found at least some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not say a single word about our investigation to the Count himself. So you want me to lead the crusade while carrying a bomb that may explode at any moment? What are you gonna do with Diran himself? At very least, he's guilty of letting the other enter our world. What are you gonna do with Diran himself? I'm a lot more concerned about the other. The count will stand trial, including the extent of his guilt. Would he call upon the other by himself, or would he simply answer to its call? Would he refuse its offer, or would it have led to his immediate death? Every detail is important, every testimony needs solid proof. That is the difference between righteous justice and blind vengeance. So you want me to lead the crusade while carrying a bomb that may explode at any moment? You won't be able to hide from consequences when this bomb does explode. It's up to you to decide. Okay, I'll keep it a secret. Made the right choice. Go back to the guests, spend the rest of the evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately in search of the knowledge we all need so desperately. Farewell, may the light of Yomedea guide your path.
Move out.
Coming to an end. The fuck is Volgi? And I'm very curious about this area. There's a keyhole.
Head on.
A hidden cache inside the wall. Let's see a keyhole among decoration. And what do we do with it, goddammit?
I lead. You follow.
Whatever was Volgi. Or Regiel.
Onwards.
What on earth is happening here with Dira? Please get out.
Move out.
After a lot of combat on the first map when I started, now only the story. 3 maps in a row. I don't know what possessed him. I don't have a clue. I'm fatigued. But we can move the army. Can we win this and break through? How many hours so far? I don't know. Check it out. What are these devils? I've spent 75 hours in total. No, 83 hours in total. And the funny thing is I'm level 7. Are these devils? Incubi. And a general. Oh my god. The general is not a joke. Yes, after 80 hours only level 7, believe it or not. If you want to play it in detail, it's a very long game, okay? If you want to read everything, listen to all conversations, read all spells, items, then it's a long game. Plus the difficulty adds up to it. He killed 12 of my clerics. 12 of my clerics. And I recovered 12 of my clerics. Pieces of shit, I'm gonna slaughter you. Bam. They gotta be evil, I think they're evil. Chaotic evil. Only 2. Enough with this garbage. It's a low heal. I kinda don't wanna risk those clerics. I'd rather sacrifice foot soldiers. Very nice. Very nice. One to 5. Six. Oh, you fucking max out finally. Man, they love my clerics. They really love my clerics. When you strike with them. You fucker, you costed me so much with that bullshit. You costed me so freaking much. Replenish 18. You gotta have some losses. This is the first units I lost since I started. I haven't lost a single unit so far. Crusaders took over the ruins of Sarkorian settlement, put the sword to all demons defending it. Scouts have reported a sinister-looking lair nearby. The Underground Hideout. We would need to rest. And what's this? Another battle. A level. All ranged units in the army have +2 bonus in damage per level of this feat. Siege Descriptor. Trap descriptor. I'll go with marksmanship. Minotaur. Vanguard. And stop the Minotaur. Okay. Keeper's Canyon is an important relay point for the river traffic between Dresden and Kenabres. Small but once thriving port town lies in ruins. Sturdy harbor may still come in handy when the supply ships from Mendev arrive. Material points, daily income. Level 7 Demon Army. Shit. 9,000 for Hell Knights. It's way too much. There is level 4 down there. I'd rather go for the slower fights, get the XP. Level 7 is way too much, I think. What the fuck? Not even aware there's a trap in front of them. I wonder. Oh my god. Assholes. You're assholes. Raiders. And light cavalry. Have a lot of spells. Very low damage from Hell Knights. We got some gear finally. We got some herbal ring. Morale bonus heavy throws against disease, noisy and sickened. Not bad. Not bad. Is this demon army? What the fuck? Really US souls. For fucking real US souls you can throw stuff. Can't see how many are there. I need to make them stop shooting. get some Hell Knights back. It ain't that bad at all considering it was 7. It really ain't that bad. I'll even pass without losses. Very nice. Rewards. Or double X +2. And pieces of unholy symbol. Of Rovagug, the destroyer became infamous among the people of Eastern Sarkores. Morale is high. I'm gonna wipe them all out here on the next day. Well, getting fatigued. Cold Iron Master Report double X. And the classic or double X. It's bloody exotic. Cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. Ready for a cleric. Cast haste. As a quick. It's for a fox, but what do I have? Intelligence. That's also very useful. Diran. Not Diran, this one. You got haste too. But you don't have slow. Voljet. Maximum hit points. We can switch for that. You're a complete idiot now. We can get those hit points. Bam, 83. Rest enough we go. I wanna visit the thing that I unlocked, the shit close by. That will be next. Do I receive more heads, perhaps? LPS. We get something for fatigue. I will be fish on a stick, I think. 4 more hours prolonged fatigue.
Such power, and it is bestowed upon an undisciplined whelp. I cannot abide waste.
Quite right. I am too good for this little world. Thank you for noticing.
Head on!
I said I want a cleric. No casters. Which means no knowledge arcana. Check the skills. She's ideal, unfortunately, for those skill checks. And for use magic device too. And I'm doomed on playing a scroll savant. No matter how you put it, Nenion needs to go with us. He's like kinda proficient in knowledge arcana. But here we got like knowledge world. And your knowledge world, she is like supreme. Supreme. Voljeep is just a weaker version of her, with addition of stealth, perception, and trick. But basically a weaker version. I don't need Lore Nature and Lore Religion, I got that on Lan and on me. And use magic device can also work on you. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World. Arcana, Knowledge World. And Regiel, you got Knowledge Arcana, solid. Some without Knowledge World. Okay. We leave the bitches behind. Bitches are left behind. I took the city. Dresden? No. Not yet. We leave pets and bitches behind. What is there to figure out, Street? You buy units, you clear demons. You get loot. You do it every once on 24 hours. Ask if you have problems. But it's very, very simplistic, you know, compared to Heroes of Might and Magic, compared to Old King's Bounty. It's really simplistic. I wish it was more complex, to be honest. All the demon armies are more powerful than you are. You don't do something right then. You don't equip well. You don't buy units. Do you trade for your units? Do you give cash for those diamonds, whatever the hell they are, to buy more units?
I lead.
Stranger again. We need... Unfortunately, we didn't, Ania. This is gonna be Knowledge World, Knowledge Arcana, huge checks. It's those strangers, and it's her quest. $4,000 XP to level up. Still don't get Ember at all. That's the weirdest companion by far. Don't get her point at all. Complete weirdo. Can we move those armies? Oh, we're gonna fight more. You never know, we might find something good. We clear these fucktards all the way here from north. Let's begin. This is a relaxing part of the game. Like, you literally relax before you enter those disgusting maps. Babos. Okay, babos. Babos. So much from babos. Oh. Dretches. Enough with that fucking stinking cloud. Dresh's hitched to overloaded carriages had no chance of escaping. Their masters preferred death over giving up the cargo without a fight. Wagons were full of treasures, plundered in the chaos of battle for Kinabris, finance points. Now we got a level. Hey, Master of Maneuver. Size of the army increase. All units in the army plus 15 bonus to combat morale per level of this feat. 5% better infirmary. Master of Maneuver. We need to move. Provide backup over there. Shall we test mounted scouts? Let's test mounted scouts. 6, 4, 5, 3. There were 2 and something. How the fuck have they raised now? And why did they raise? And that depends who I pick. Then they drop down power. Alright. Yeah, it usually happens only when I play CRPGs. Nearly 9 hours. And what are you? Ash Giants. Really? That seems direct. Oh, you hate cold. You hate, but what is the health on those? 400 hit points, man. Man. They're not a joke. But we know they hate cold. Oh my, oh my. Okay, no damage. Now they can throw boulders. Have I done damage at all? They hit spells, they're wicked spells.